hey, my wonderful, lovely gurus. How are you? Welcome. Welcome to the channel. If you a new subscriber, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. All right, we're going to jump into your message today. Okay. Uh, Let me just go ahead and give this disclaimer. All right, so these messages are for anyone who's on their journey. Okay, if you found this video, it is not by coincidence. Okay, because the universe does not do coincidence. All right, access is granted to you based on your inner belief system and your inner knowing. Okay, your inner gnosis. So you want to keep what you need, leave what you don't, and maybe shelf what you don't understand in case you need to circle them back for some confirmation, motivation, inspiration. Okay. Also, you need to keep in mind that energy is fluid, okay? So I can say this is your energy, but it feels more like the energy you're interacting with, so place the energy where it needs to be. Last but not least, you need to know that I am not your guru, my love. You are your own guru, okay? And I am just a guide here to help you understand this energy that we are all moving through collectively, okay? So, we're going to get into the message today, but before we do that, I am going to sound the tones. You're going to hear 4 different tones, okay? The first tone is going to be for the air element. So whether you are a Gemini, a Libra, or a Aquarius, okay, it doesn't matter. This is an archetype, and this is going to be for your thinking and your thoughts, okay? Second tone you're going to hear, whether you're a Scorpio, a Cancer, or Pisces, is the water element. This is for your emotions, your intuition, all right, and your creativity. Third tone is going to be fire element, okay, whether you're Leo, whether you're Sagittarius, or whether you are an Aries, it doesn't matter. This is all about your actions and your movements, okay? And last tone is going to be for the earth element, okay, whether you are a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus, it doesn't matter. This element is for the physical realm, the realm of matter, okay? The car, the house, the bills, that type of stuff, okay? So you're gonna hear 4 tones. If you hear 5th tone, it's because the energy was still static in the ear and the tone was flat, okay? There's a reason for this. We're gonna be repeating some things here on this channel. You're moving in and out of elements every day, so you need to understand how they work and how they play out in your 3D reality, in your 4D reality, and in your 5D reality, okay? So, next you're going to go ahead and grab your water because we're going to charge our water today. And today we're charging our water with the vibrational tone of trust from the love tones, okay? We're charging our water with trust. Yeah. Last video, I think we did safety, and that turned out to be a romantic reading, right? Wow, okay. I don't really do a lot of those. Okay, but we're going to go with where the energy takes us, okay? So grab your water. The intention that we're putting in and charging the water with is trust. Whether it's trust in your own intuition, whether it's trust in your core foundation, whether it's trust in any choices that you've made, whether it's trust in that you are where you need to be right now, wherever trust needs to be, we are charging our water today with the intention of trust, okay? Now, if you don't understand how this works, you want to go ahead and research that, how you can charge water and what it does, okay? Now, let's get into the tones so we can hear the message. First tone, air element. Second tone, water element. Third tone, fire element. Fourth tone, earth element. Ooh, that earth element was really good, y'all. Okay, so that lets me know that we need to pay attention to the physical realm. For some of you, this could be interaction with an earth sign, okay? We don't really do signs here because they're an archetype, right? So if you're dealing with an earth sign, you could be dealing with a Taurus, which is going to be about possessions, pleasure, okay? Maybe even tackling stability, or you could be dealing with energy of Capricorn, usefulness, okay? This can be very, I want to say, rigid in thinking, okay, or very structured. So you want to be mindful because that could be energetically what's going on. Or you could be tapping into Virgo energy where there's a need to analyze things. So what's useful, what needs to be analyzed, and what you have, okay, are some things that you might need to pay attention to as we are going through this reading, okay? So, all right. Soul time is popping up, of the tone of this energy that we need to be tapping in today. Soul time. You know what song was in my head? That song, Ain't No Half Steppin', right? But not the version of it that was remade, like, when rap came out. No, so not the sample version, but going back to the original version, like in the 70s, I believe. Okay, so you can look that up if you want to know the lyrics. Okay, but I heard that there's no half stepping in this journey where we at right now. You can't, there's no lying to yourself. There's no more putting other people's needs or putting other people's, okay, here's what they're saying. They're saying you need to keep that same energy that you're moving with because things are supposed to be flowing in this season. So a lot of times, like I had a client recently, and in her intuitive session, we talked about some timelines that she was going through. And one of the things that I had to remind her of was literally that sometimes you're going through things and you're thinking for a season, everything seems to be difficult. For a season, everything seems to be just piling on up. For a season, you can't seem to find your way, right? There's a time that you feel isolated. There's a time that you feel is foggy. There's a time that you feel overwhelmed, right? And some of these seasons last longer than others. And when you get into things like your natal chart or maybe even your numerology, you find that some cycles in your own personal life has to do with your own soul time. It has to do with your own birth chart, right? So you could be going through cycles of something for 8 years, just depending on astrologically where your placements are along what the planets are doing. But the overall message is that you are always on time. There's never a point in space where you're out of time. The problem is sometimes we just don't even understand that that's the power that we can tap into, right? Okay, and we're going to break this down some more. Soul time. The frequency of soul time asks us to allow the possibility of new realities to emerge. One that embraces the concept that while the corporeal body is mortal, the soul is timeless, limitless, and infinite, right? This is what's unfolding right now in the collective energy. What's unfolding right now in the collective energy is that people are being asked, or I want to say, not even asked, you're being required, more is what it's like, right? To be your authentic self, okay? You're being required to be your authentic self. And some people cannot lie about authentically who they are operating as in this energy, right? So some people don't know who their authentic self is. So they tend to latch on to manipulation. They tend to latch on guilt trips. They tend to latch on energy vampiring, okay? So this energy is saying right now, you are the one that's in control of your life. You are the one, okay, that has a limitless opportunity. Okay, hold for me 1 second, guys. Hold for me 1 second. I'm gonna mute you guys for 1 second. I gotta grab this call. Okay. So you are timeless. You are limitless, right? But sometimes we give up power away to situations. Sometimes we give up power away to relationships. Sometimes we give up power away to guilt. Sometimes we give up power away to shame, right? There's so much that can keep you trapped from your true essence if you allow it to, okay? So, the overall message is saying here is soul time. This is time for you to emerge. This is time for your truth to shine, right? You're not looking at what the outer world is showing you. You got to go in and check what's going on in the inner world first, because then you can actually be more accurate with what's going to unfold in your outer world. This is not an outer world experience first in this energy, okay? In this energy, there's more and more verification that things start from the inner realm first, okay? We got the Ten of Wands, right? And, you know, Wands energy is all about action. Wands energy is all about movement, right? And this energy is saying here that don't give up. Don't give up because things didn't turn out the way that you wanted it to turn out. This is also paired with the King of Cups energy. Don't be immature. Don't allow other people's immaturity to stop you from what you need to allow to happen and unfold in your experience. It's okay for you to set boundaries. Not within yourself, but within how you direct your energy. Your energy is your currency. Your energy is how you're navigating through all of this climate with everything is going on in and around the world. There is energy here of someone, and I feel like giving up immaturity, giving up manipulation. Two of Swords. Somebody has made a choice. Somebody is no longer in a situation where they're doubting. It's clear now. It's absolutely clear now. Let's take a look and see where the energy is unfolding. I'm going to take a look at your energy, and then we're going to take a look at the energy around you, and we're going to see where the energy is unfolding, okay? So we have the 10 of Wands showing up in reverse. And I really feel like this is energy of, I done did my best, you know? I done tried. I feel like very energetically, you're no longer fighting for a seat at anybody's table. You're no longer walking in a place where you need to be recognized and have people send you a whole bunch of accolades. You're no longer in a place where you want to accept less than what you feel you desire or deserve. You're no longer to give more than you get. You're no longer willing to allow people's lack of accountability to make you think that you're the crazy one. You're no longer in a place where you're allowing manipulation, right, to govern how you move through this thing called time. You understand in a position that everybody has the opportunity to live their experience, and you're no longer going to allow anyone to keep you in a box. You're no longer going to allow anyone to manipulate you, gaslight you. Okay, boom. I feel like you've had enough experiences now where you're thinking clearly, you're speaking clearly, okay? There's been some clarity here. There's been some clarity here. And this is all springing from an action of you feeling like, you can put this down. I've given too much. Page of Swords energy. Yep. I've given too much. I've talked too much. I've been patient. I've watched my words. I've watched how I move with you. Okay? King of Cups energy, clarifying that energy. You feel like the energy that you've been interacting with was not an energy that was reciprocal. This was an energy definitely one-sided. This was an energy of somebody. And you know what's interesting? I want to say this is an energy of someone that thought that they could control the situation with material things. Okay? Manipulating emotionally using material things. Yep. And you gain clarity. Six of Pentacles here over the Two of Swords energy, clarifying that. In your energy, you gain clarity. You gain clarity. I have been generous. I have been kind. I have been given. It's my time now for me to really, and you know the word that I'm getting, and this is so cliche, right? It's my time now to really shine. Ain't no half-stepping with me. And it's kind of like I'm not half-stepping with myself any longer. So why am I going to tolerate people half-stepping in relationship and situations with me? Why am I going to limit myself to somebody else's immaturity and lack of accountability? You're in a place now where you're speaking your truth because you're tired. You're tired of talking. You're tired of being in situations where people have manipulated it, right? And just being stubborn, you know, like it's stubborn energy. I can't get what I want, so I'm going to do this. You're not reacting the way I want you to, so I'm going to do this. But all of this was on the physical realm, the material realm, right? You're not going to do what I want you to do, so then you know what? I'm going to take this away. I'm not going to pay for this. I'm going to give you a hard time when you know, just like little immature petty stuff that you've had to deal with. Someone manipulating your energy, and you have now stepped into a place where I don't need your help in this material realm anymore. You can't manipulate me with things anymore. You can't hold things over my head and keep me hostage in lack anymore. Whether it's lack in thinking, whether it's lack in me feeling, whether it's lack in my boundaries that I clearly, this person was walking all over. There's a new energy that you're walking in this space with right now. It's kind of like you're saving a space for everybody to have their own experience, right? Knowing that you don't have to join everyone in their experience. You're really living on I'm living my best life. I'm limitless. I'm tapping into my higher being energy, right? At least that's what they're asking you to do. And just based on your energy here, yeah. See, the energy surrounding you is the Queen of Swords energy. This is somebody that's, this is somebody that could be verbally abusive. This is somebody that could be very negative. This is somebody that could manipulate you. This is somebody that can come in and just from a conversation of a few minutes shifts your mood, right? This is somebody that's not kind. This is somebody that can be very judgy, overly critical, overanalyzes and overjudges things, right? But they keep you limited to what their expectations of themselves is, right? Not seeing you for who you really are, right? But seeing you based on the limits that they've created, not so much for you, but for themselves. So they put you in the box in which they have themselves. So the looping energy here is saying somebody was tired. There was a lot of manipulation going on, and somebody's not seeing clearly. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. The rain, the tears. No more crying. I'm not crying over this no more. I don't have to talk about this no more. I see you for who you are now. This person can come across very rude, and then when you check them, like they act like, you know, you the bad person because you checked them. This could be somebody at work. This could be family member. And remember, we're dealing with people now that's showing up in our relationships, whether it's relationships at work, whether it's relationships, at home with the kids, with the husband, with the cousins, with the aunties, the mamas, the daddies, right? These are where you're going to learn the most about yourself in 2026. And also, let me tell you, in 2026, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 arrows popping up in numerology for the year 2026. All right? Although this year operates in the number 10, right, numerology wise, we have the arrow of procrastination, we got the arrow of disorder, we got the arrow of passivity, and we got the arrow of the inquirer. So if you don't stay on top of your game this year, people will dictate how your energy is to flow. So you have energy here saying that you're tired of people trying to manipulate you, right? Clarifying here with this Queen of Swords energy, not only is this energy or this archetype that this person is operating in, is not only are they nasty and manipulative, right? They've made the decision already on how they're going to be behaving, rude and nasty. And so you will no longer listen. I told you energetically, I felt like with this Two of Swords energy, you made a decision when you're seeing clearly. This right here was clarified with your energy from the Six of Pentacles. This is not a one-sided situation. Whoever this person is, they made a decision to be nasty, to be manipulative. They make decisions to live in this energy. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles in reverse. You've made a decision that you are no longer given to anything, anyone, any vibration that makes you feel insecure. That's not for your greatest and highest good. And some people, because some people are just annoyed just by the fact that you I mean the word kind, right? But outside of you being kind, because of your kindness, and I don't know if this is kindness because you give to people, because you help people, whatever way you give to people, whether it's financially, whether it's through your energy, whether it's through advice, right? I feel like people try to keep you in this box, right? Where they play towards or placate towards whatever insecurities that they know. And this is how they try to manipulate you. They try to come in and manipulate you based on some insecurities that they may know you've had in the past or you've had to deal with in the past. You got the Page of Pentacles coming up here, right? Clarify this Page of Pentacles here. Some type of message about money. So this could have been somebody that came in making promises financially, asking to borrow, right? Then acting like you the problem because you done loaned them, you done gave them the advice, so either you done loaned them money, they didn't do what they were supposed to do with the money, you done gave them the advice, they didn't follow the advice, but whatever it is, however you were there for this energy or for this person or for this situation, it was not two-sided, it was not reciprocated. Ace of Cups in reverse. I feel like this person tried to this energy feels very manipulative. It feels like this energy try to come across that they want to make plans. They want to make plans, I feel like, to either pay you back or to rectify whatever the situation is, okay? Because things are looking up for them now, right? But with the Ace of Cups in reverse, this is like an empty gesture. It's like they want to take you out to celebrate. Maybe you want for the new, for the New Year's. Let's go out and celebrate. King of Cups in reverse. Same energy. This is the type of person that would want you guys to go out and hang out for the New Year's, right? But then when the bill comes around, look at you, because they're used to you paying for everything. They're used to you being the one to hold everything down, right? So if it's not you paying for something, it's them maybe starting some drama and then you coming in to pick up the pieces. Is however you have helped this person, whether it's you staying on the phone for hours while they pour their guts out, okay? So this could be a situation where if you're the one that's paying for things, they want to go out for the new year. When the bill comes, they're looking at you. If this is a situation where you're the ones that's always giving advice and the shoulder to cry on, they want to energetically come and dump it on you for 2 hours, right? But don't want to give you 5 minutes to talk about yourself. But now they're mad because now you're valuing your time. You've made a decision. You've had clarity. You're not in a, you see, and this is the thing, you're not in a situation energetically anymore where you're really looking outside of yourself for validation. So this energy is unfolding and saying, you're speaking up for yourself now, especially for anything or any situation that's one-sided, that is not here for your greatest and highest good. It's new energy. All right. So we know where the energy is looping. We know that it's unfolding with you guys standing up for yourself. We know that the energy around you is manipulative. Somebody is trying to get their way, right? Somebody is trying to use maybe some insecurity, some past, maybe not so the best decisions, some past insecurities. You got toxic, passion and chemistry. Freedom. Clarify toxic. And this is definitely, this toxic bond could definitely be somebody that you had a relationship with. And it doesn't have to be intimate. It could be a child. It could be a family member. It could be a best friend. It could be a co-worker. Okay? You have transcended past this toxic connection or any toxic connection. And I can't listen. It really feels like you are operating from a place of trusting your body and trusting your intuition. That's really the vibe that I've been picking up lately. Like a lot of people are tapping into, this is what the fuck my spirit said, and I'm not questioning it. This is what my spirit said. So like we have this running joke with me and Kelly Kells where I'm like the chick in the movie that when you hear that sound, I try to go investigate in the woods. Like that's me spiritually. I hear something, I run out and I try to investigate, right? Try to see, what the hell that was out there in the bushes over there. Not in this season. Not in this season. If you in the bushes and it's dark in the bushes, I'm not going to fucking look this season. You just going to have to stay in the bushes and jump out for me to see you. I'm not getting up in these bushes this season. And I feel like that's where a lot of the energy is. You are stepping away from anything toxic. If you have an experience where you've had multiple experience with the repeated energy, right? The same type of behavior, the same type of nastiness, the same type of manipulation, the same type of gaslighting. You're transcending that. You're now drawn to relationships where there's real chemistry, where there's passion. And it doesn't even have to be sex. This could be you're passionate for things in the spiritual world. You're passionate for things in the metaphysical world. You're passionate about traveling. You're passionate about, whatever it is. You now want to be in situations where it is passion-driven and reciprocated energy. And you've taken a leap of faith in this. Like, is Uranus energy, freedom energy here? Uranus is all about being your unique individual self, which when you're your unique individual self, you're the best for the whole group. Stepping into beautiful opportunities. This is where you at now. You walking away. Come on now. Bottom of the deck, growth. Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries, fire energy. What did we say fire energy is about? Your actions, your movement. You're no longer reacting to situations. You're taking action. You're not reacting to situations anymore. It's kind of like, you know, when people are trying to bait you. Boom, boom. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like. People are going to be trying to bait you in this energy. People are going to be trying to bait you in this energy, trying to get you to react. You need to know everybody's on different soul time. Not everybody has limitless thinking. Not everybody has timeless thinking. Not everybody is free, right, from the past, free from the future, and present right now. So how are you navigate? How are you to navigate this? You know you're in a new season. You know that your soul is operating in a different time than this. It's like somebody's trying to bait you to get you out of your rhythm, your own your rhythmic clock within you. But you're not gonna hear that. I can't make this up. Look, bottom of the deck. Present, abundant, and grounded. It feels very like I see you coming before you even, man, I sensed you before that phone even rang. I sensed you before that phone even rang. Or it's more like, okay. I know this conversation is not even going to be an uplifting conversation. I know this conversation is going to be draining. So guess what? I'm not even finna entertain it. I'm not even finna answer the phone. Okay, well, I know you really want to have this conversation, but I also know that you don't want to have this conversation because you're really concerned about how I feel and where I am in the problem resolution or unpacking feelings or unpacking whatever it is. No, you just want to have this conversation so you can say what you want to say, get it off your chest, and then you're not really interested in what I have to say. It's like they're baiting. Right? So it's here. Come on, we can make this work, right? The Page of Pentacles, let's have a conversation about it. But they still nasty with the Ace of Cups in reverse. They still coming with that empty, like when somebody come in, the empty, oh, you look nice. Oh, wow. I'm so happy for you. The fake ass, I'm happy for yous, and, the fake let's celebrates. Your energy, no, I saw your toxic ass coming and trying to bait me before you even got here, but I've transcended that thing. I am no longer giving my energy, my passion, or any type of chemistry, makeup to anything you got going on. I'm free from that. No more mind games. Yep. And for some of you, now that you've taken a look back at how far you've come and what you've learned from past relationships, especially if you're an empath, man, listen. It's like you got not only telepathic powers, but you got x-ray vision, you got sensories, energetic sensories on. You can smell them coming miles away, you can feel them coming miles away energetically, right? So the energy that's trying to bait you is somebody that's still in the comfort zone, somebody that's still clean, somebody that don't want to do their work. Now, this could be you not doing your shit with you now, okay? Because the first relationship that is important is always a relationship with yourself, okay? Let's clarify. See, this is the thing. I feel like this is somebody that future gaslights. They talk about the future, what they're going to do in the future, what they're going to do in the future, what they're going to do in the future, but they're still in the past. This is someone's energy close to you. Family, something you're committed to, home. We've been talking about this is how this energy is unfolding. It's unfolding within your relationships. This person is baiting you, and I feel like they bait you because they pull at your heartstrings. They, Oh, didn't I say that? They pull at your heartstrings. Until death do us part. Commitments. This is Saturn energy, right? Structure, order. They're used to it being in one way. Come on now. And this card came out in reverse. It's the Remembering and Awakening card. And I feel like the fact that it popped up in reverse, this is somebody that's not remembering who they really are, that's not awakening. I feel like there's somebody that wants to keep you stuck in death, that wants to tear you apart, that don't really want to see you succeed. And it doesn't even have to be a financial success. It can be just a healing. They don't want to see you, I can't make this up. They don't want to see you transform. I can't make this up. They don't want to see you heal. Can I make this up? Toxic. They baiting you. They baiting you. They are baiting you. But how are you navigating this? See, but you on your shit. You on your shit. You see the toxicity coming. You see, they all over here at the end with this shit. They over here, right? So they over here with the toxic shit. Yes, they is. But you saw this coming from a mile away because you want some soul time stuff. My journey, my life, my decision, my energy. You're not finna bait me to pull me out of my soul timeline. You're not finna put me out of my peace, my wholeness, my manifestation, my love, my remembrance. We're not doing that. You're not going to hold me hostage because you don't want to grow. You're not going to bait me to react because you don't want to take accountability for what you did, what you feel, what you think, how your life is panning out. Ask yourself some questions, and we've been asking ourselves these questions for weeks now, right? Do you feel safe? And do you trust this person, this situation, this partnership, this commitment? Do you feel safe in your body when you talk about it, when you think about it, when you have conversations about it? Do you trust whatever decision you've made is the right decision? Do you trust the information this person is bringing to you? How does that feel in your body? Is there is there something there that you cannot put your finger on, but you know that there's something there? Are you trusting yourself? You don't have to trust yourself in this energy because definitely someone is out here trying to bait you. They are. They're trying to bait you. Let's take a look and see what's... and see what the overall message is for you here, okay? It's your time to shine. It's your time for the glow up. You put the work in. Look how pretty this is. This says legacy. You put the work in. You see how things are coming out of her mouth? You see how these ribbons are coming out of her mouth? Okay, do you not even see Page of Swords? Right, Swords is all about communication. That's that conversation that, legacy. You speaking clearly. You speaking truth into your experience. Not based on somebody else's timeline of you. Based on your own navigation. You speaking legacy and beyond. You're looking beyond the current situation. You're looking at the time that you may have spent in the void, when you didn't know what to do, when you didn't even understand that you was trying to maybe heal somebody that was toxic, or thinking you could heal somebody that's toxic, or thinking that you can heal from a situation when you're still 10 toes deep in it and you can't let go of the situation, and you know you need to let go of the situation, right? And you just in the void. You don't know which way to go. You don't know nothing about legacy and beyond because you're still stuck in the past, right? You're not present. You're not in gratitude. How can you be present in gratitude when you have toxicity constantly pounding at your door, pulling your energy away? When you have toxicity stopping you, right? Based on what you've allowed now, because you need to take some accountability. This is what you're doing right here. Right now, you're taking accountability. No more giving your power away. You know you've been in situations where people say they want to see the best for you, but you know some of them may not have been telling the truth because they still on that toxic shit. This is a long time coming for you too. This time right here, your time right here, when you operating on no limitation, when you operating from multiple dimensions of self. What the fuck is you talking about? Like, no, you cannot dictate to me how I should feel and what I should think and what I should have to say about you not taking accountability. You're not in that vibe no more. You see the truth now. You are no longer in the void. Then the void is not a bad place to be. There's so much protection in the void still, but in the void it can be uncomfortable in the void, because in the void you don't feel like you know what the hell is going on. Come on now, solar magic. Come on now, I'ma end it here. It's your time. Solar magic and soul time. We just talked about that. Somebody's trying to bait you. Don't let them pull you off your time, out your timeline. Don't let them do that. Don't let them pull you out this new energy you're moving and operating from. Don't let them do that. No. Not gonna let them do that. They trying to bait you, but you way ahead of them. Yeah. They not going to get the outcome that they think they going to get. You see them coming before they even made it to the door, baby. I love this. I love this for us. I love this for us empaths. See, it's dangerous when an empath can woke up to their true powers, baby. We see you coming before. So now we know we don't got to pour out into somebody no more that don't want to take accountability for their own shit. We don't have to limit ourselves no more for other people that have limited us. Nope, C's. Don't gotta do that no more. Okay. And that is your reading. Somebody's trying to bait you, baby, but you way ahead of the game, baby. You way ahead of the game. You see him coming. Okay, my loves. That's the message. Somebody's trying to bait you, but you see him coming. You're not going to fall off your game. You don't work too hard to get here. You don't cry too much tears to get here. I done seen this pattern over and over again. So now I'm a master at this. Now I know you're about to turn left before you even know you're about to turn left. Right? All right, my loves. Y'all know the deal. Don't let them bait you. You've come too far. Look at this. You can see clearly now the rain is going and ain't no more half-stepping. Okay. All right, my loves. You know the deal. You want to go ahead, my wonderful ghoul. Okay. Do something kind for yourself because you absolutely should. All right. And you want to go ahead and do something kind for somebody else. Not because you should, but because you can. Okay? And happiness is contagious, bliss is contagious, joy is contagious. So why not just go ahead and spread those things? Okay. I love you much, my wonderful guru, and I will see you guys in your next reading, my loves. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye. Transmission is over, guys.